It's a hockey stream on episode 428 of the VIG Lounge, and it is a day early, but the Pittsburgh Penguins will take on their arch rivals in the Washington Capitals here at PPG Paints Arena. Why is it a day early? Well, I don't have time to do the stream tomorrow, but I do want to get this done. It's one of my more important games of the year. It's either Penguins and Flyers or Penguins and Capitals. These are both huge games. Maybe one of the last times we get to see Crosby and Ovechkin go head-to-head as well. So, can the Penguins come out on top? Or will the Great Eight and his minions knock the Penguins off their perch? There's only one way to find out. But before we do that, please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. With housekeeping out of the way, let's get right in to round one, Pittsburgh versus Washington in the regular season, NHL 26, here on the VIG Lounge. Crosby and Strome to meet at center, and we're underway as the Penguins win the opening draw. They do get it into the zone, but the Capitals come away with it. Shot deflects wide off of Shelov's. Oh, and a point-blank save by number 37 in black as well. He is certainly into this game. John Carlson. Ruff's got around him, though. And a couple of saves on the Washington from the Washington netminder. Shot by Carlson got blocked. And there's Ovechkin. He takes a hit, but a Penguin got the worst of it, because he's hard to knock off that big body off the puck. Here's Crosby. Trying to get it back to the blue line, but no one's there to intercept or to receive the pass. And it goes all the way into the Penguin zone. Carlson knocked off the puck, then got it back. Looks to carry it in for the Penguins. Carlson lets it go, and a save made by, I'm going to assume, Logan Thompson. Ryan Shea got back. Puck punched away by Shelov to the corner. Shot blocked off the stick of Malkin. Brazeau finds Malkin in stride. Malkin stops up, lets it go, and a pad save again by Thompson. Matt Roy to PLD, Pierre-Luc Dubois. Saved by Shelovs. Passes off to Letang. Up the right wing side to Brazeau. Pass across the fence on the former Capital, put it right off the post. Each goalie is certainly feeling it. Oh, and it's Charlie Lindgren, excuse me, now I know for sure. And a big save down low by Lindgren. Rocking a .915 save percentage. Hopefully we can put a big dent into that. And the ref took his sweet time dropping the puck, and I got a little too anxious. Pass picked off, though. Here's Kindle on the backhand. Denied by Lindgren. Connor McMichael. Lost it. Now it's carried in by the rookie Harrison Brunik for Pittsburgh. He'll let a shot go, and it goes wide. Collected in the corner by McGroarty. Now down the boards to Caleb Jones. Jones in! Denied by Lindgren. Now Brunik lets it go, and another save for Lindgren down low. Beauvillier, the former Penguin, who got traded to Washington and then re-signed in the offseason. Tommy Novak, he's in. He'll let it go. Denied off the pad of Lindgren. Rebound, Kindle scores! Charlie Lindgren had a hard time reading that one, and the Penguins lead it 1-0. The third line of McGroarty, Novak, and Kindle go to work. And the Penguins, on their 9th shot of the game, have themselves a 1-0 lead. Draw one by Crosby. Crosby gets it back from the D. Crosby had it knocked off the stick. Got it back. Let a shot go, and Lindgren pounces on that. There's a look at Caleb Jones on the bench, as is announced, getting an assist on the Kindle goal. Penguins may have found something truly special in Ben Kindle. Now Raquel with a shot, he scores! It's tricky to score a goal unless you are Raquel. It's tricky! Tricky Ricky. Raquel was just able to keep it in, then walk in and wire it past Lindgren, and just like that, the Penguins have a 2-0 lead with a little under 8 minutes to go in the first. Crosby comes away with it. Crosby drifts into the circle. He'll shoot. Pad save, Lindgren. Now Crosby has it again. Crosby. Let it go off the pad of Lindgren. He'll hold. 6:18 to go. As the Penguins have a 2-0 lead and have a Let's Go Pens chant as a result. Capitals win it in their own zone. Then lose the puck shot. Score! Rust! And Rust we trust! The Penguins have a 3-0 lead! And that was a beautiful takeaway by number 17. Lost draw. And a hit by Crosby. And that full pressure that the Penguins had, even on the lost draw, resulted in a goal. Off the stick of Brian Rust. Rust up to 21 points on the year so far. Draw one this time by Pittsburgh, carried in by the goal scorer Rust. Crosby collects. He'll carry it in. Drifting, shooting, and that shot was maybe not as strong as Crosby wanted, but it did reach the net. Now Ryan Shea's going to let it go, and that goes off of Lindgren and out of play, as we see an ad for the NHL on YouTube. Capitals win the draw because the ref was slow to drop it. There, Carlson with a bump. Now Wotherspoon tried to get it to Malkin. Oh, and he still will. Malkin around the net, and then he lost the puck. Malkin got it back, though. Couldn't get a shot off. Wotherspoon steps up, tries to hip check and misses. But the puck does get on the Penguins stick. Then it gets back to the Capital stick, almost courtesy of John Carlson. Shot and a save made by Archie Shelovs. There is a battle going on in front of the Penguins net. Now Anthony Mantha gets in, then loses the puck. Shea steps up. Pass deflected in and put in by Firavari. I would say bang bang goes Letang, but Firavari was less like a Ferrari and more like a jalopy on that play. Oh my word. There you go, Charlie, I'll help you. Easiest goal Chris Letang has ever scored. And you gotta love when those goofy goals go your own way in this game. And that is it for the first 20 minutes. Pittsburgh with a 3-0 lead. Or excuse me, a 4-0 lead. See, I'm so excited I didn't even realize I scored another goal. The goal scorers, all righties. Ben Kendall, Ricard Raquel, Brian Ross, and now Chris Letang, even though he was nowhere near the net. So maybe Firavari was a lefty, but whatever. It's going to go on the scoreboard as Letang's goal. So we will take it. Anyway, 4-0 after 20 minutes. Let's take a look at the rest of the stats. Shots on goal, 16-5, favoring Pittsburgh. Hits, 11-7, also going the way of the black and gold. Face-offs, closer, doubled up for Washington, 6-3. But what matters most is Pittsburgh has a runaway 4-0 lead after the first period of play. Hopefully they can maintain this momentum and put their rivals to bed. 20 minutes down, 40 minutes up. Let's see what this second period has in store, shall we? Puck's carried in by Carlson, then it was knocked off the stick. Carlson on Carlson. EK versus JC. Save! Shelov's at the side of the net. Washington coming out hard as they've got a lot of work to do. EK 65 trying to make that even harder. Backhand to the net, denied by Lindgren. Out to Crosby, couldn't keep it in at the blue line, so he'll regroup. Crosby around his own net. Gets jostled a little bit. Gets it up to Rust, who's going to load on the breakaway. Scores! Brian Rust with a takeaway. Now he's on a breakaway. Scores! What a beauty! And to parody the late, great Gord Downie and Tragically Hip, they're ahead by a fistful. Malkin wins it to Brazeau. The whole first line was in on that goal. Raquel and Crosby got the assist. Rust got the goal. The puck pops up in the air on the shot by Malkin. And now it's behind the net. Malkin pops up in front. He scores! Gino Machino cashes in at the casino, and the Penguins have a touchdown. Mantha carries into his own zone. It's jostled a little bit, gives it away to Roy. Oh, look at this now. Chris Letang got some space, couldn't get the shot on the way he wanted to. He was disrupted by Roy. Now Dubois hits the net. Puck sent back into the Capital zone. Getting close to the halfway point of the second period and the game. Pittsburgh has a 6-0 lead. And now Tommy Novak looks to carry in for Pittsburgh and add to it. Wouldn't do it, but McGroarty has it. He couldn't get the shot away that he wanted. Now it's Caleb Jones. He'll shoot, denied, and held by Thompson, who is now in mop-up duty for Charlie Lindgren after he gave up 6. Now we're highlighting the goaltenders. Archer Shelovs doing quite well for himself. Logan Thompson coming in to try to stop the bleeding. We'll say I do miss him in a VGK uniform. That shot deflected wide. Hassled a little bit by the Penguins defense. Now up the right wing side to Blake Lizotte. Lizotte Drifting, shooting, that shot's blocked. Harrison Brunick. Cross now to Jones. Up the right wing side to Phil Tomasino. Tomasino with a shot and a save by Thompson. As he's got all these zone abilities. But where were they at the beginning of this game? Oh, wait, they were on the bench. Now it's Rust off the wall. He's going to get a shot off, and there's a save once again by Linden. The rebound is there, and it looks like Washington will get a man advantage out of this. I don't know why. I mean, okay, fine, he bumped him, but like, that was nothing. That was absolutely nothing. It was a love tap. Oy, oy, oy. But anything to give Washington a chance. Rust looks to break away, gets around Carlson. To the net, denied by Thompson. Off the stick. Carried in now by Rust. Flings it on goal from a distance. Easily handled. Now Carlson to the bump. And Waterspoon will send it the rest of the way. How's that not interference in front of the net? Passes out in front. And a let's go Caps chant for some of these fickle EA fans. Puck kept in by Ryan Shea. Then knocked off his stick. Oh, look at this. What a goal! Blake Lizotte on the spot, short-handed. Oh, boy. At 14:08, Blake Lizotte makes no mistake. Like I said, Lizotte on the spot with a takeaway, put it in the back of the net, and the Penguins convert the extra point. It's 7-0. Pierre-Luc Dubois with a chance, turned aside by Sheelogs. Puck carried in now by Connor Dewar. Too bad jailbreak isn't a thing, and they almost got a second. Shorty with 5:19 to go. And for those of you that don't know, I brought this up last year. Jailbreak is something they have in the PWHL where if the shorthanded team scores a goal, the penalized player is able to come back on the ice. I would love to have the NHL do that. It would make the shorthanded situations even more exciting, and there'd probably be less clears and more chances, which could lead to more goals. And you might see, offensively minded players taking shifts on the penalty kill, which I think would be more exciting for the game. Novak with a shot, rebound! And somehow, some way, Logan Thompson was able to keep that one up. Oh no! I have no idea what they're saying. I'm just mumbling along. I love that song though, it's fantastic. I believe the band's called an Evening Elephants. Saved by Sheelogs. Now Brazeau flings one, pad save by Thompson. Shot one, and Thompson pounces on that. Minute 57 seconds to go. You have just enough time to listen to the song Very 8 by Nirvana if you so choose. That is how much time is left in the period. How do I know that? Because I love that song. Pass across, now up. Left side to Malkin. Malkin has a goal already, was looking for another one. Letang steps up with a hip check. Back to Shea. Trying to spring Raquel, but that pass didn't have enough steam on it. And after 40 minutes of play, the Penguins have themselves an enormous lead, 7-0 after 2. Take a look at the rest of the stats. Shots on goal, 33-15 in favor of the Penguins. Hits, 23-14. That also goes Pittsburgh's way. Face-offs more than doubled now for Washington, but it's either here nor there. And look at that. Who scored on the man advantage? Why, it was the shorthanded team. Blake Lizotte with a shorty, along with the Penguins putting up 6 even-strength goals from 5 different goal scorers as Brian Rust has a pair. Can the Capitals come back, or will the Penguins soar to victory after building up such a huge lead in the first 2 periods of the game? There's only one way to find out, so let's jump right back into game action here on the VIG Lounge. Crosby wins that draw quite easily. Gets it to Rust, who's looking for the heady, and he's not going to get it there as the recharge zone ability, whatever that is, comes in handy for Logan Thompson. I guess I could read about it, but I don't really want to, so I just won't. Alexei Protas. Lost it. Oh, what a hit that was. Hopefully a Penguin is okay. And there's Protas with a quick release, and he was a Belarusian bear on that play. I'll give him that. All started in the Capital zone. And there was a hit even by a Penguin, Sidney Crosby. Very ornery. And then Protas was able to get it as Ovechkin got hit. And number 17 for Washington has a goal. And it's 7-1. Puck's going to be dumped in now by Brian Rust. Collected along the wall by Crosby. Crosby cuts to the net. The backhand is there for Rust. And a pad stop by Thompson seals the deal on that one. Oh my word, what a chance for Brian Rust for the hat trick. Strome carries in, shot denied by Shelovs. After giving up a goal, he settled right back in and made a spectacular save on the pass out in front. Raquel with a shot, it goes wide. Now Raquel has it again. He'll fling it to the net, and the save is marked on the calendar once more for Logan Thompson as we highlight Brian Rust. Oh, what a hit on John Carlson. He's like chest, meet shoulder. 15:41 to go here in the third. Pittsburgh still with a large lead. Washington finally on the board. Now Letang lets it go, and Thompson is down to prevent the rebound after collecting the Letang shot. Now we're going to highlight Archer Shelovs, who's made great saves when he's had to. But definitely the Penguins right now have the motto of a great defense is the best defense is a great offense. As they're heavily outshooting the Capitals 38-17. Draw one by Washington in their own zone. What else is new? Letang with a hip check. Shilov will cover up. As it rolls in on him, no harm. 14:07 to go here in period number 3. Offensive zone draw one this time by Washington. Shot deflects off the stick of Brazeau. Now up the left wing side for Shea. Left the puck behind. Battle for it. Duhaime. Had it for Washington. Now it's behind the Penguins' net. Regathered as the Penguins try to get out. And Anthony Mantha gathers the puck and carries it in for Pittsburgh. Then he's knocked down. Picked off by Kindle. He'll fire and looking for a second. Out now to Brunick. Brunick's just going to walk his way in. And Thompson shuts the door. 40-19 of the shots on goal in favor of Pittsburgh. And they've got the lead to show for it, 7-1. As we approach the final half of this third frame. Or maybe second half, I should say. Bit of a panic pass, but it was able to get to the stick of Kindle. He shoots it wide. Hassled somewhat. Now Ovechkin. He's probably got 37 zone abilities. And Shilov hangs on to it behind the net. Hey, look at this. The Penguins schedule is something I actually care about. I will have the weekend action for you guys, of course, as the Penguins travel to New Jersey to take on the Devils and then go back home to take on the Kings because Gary Bettman doesn't understand anything to do with travel. Ryan Rust shoots, and a save made once again by Thompson with 7:18 to go. He will hold on as the Penguins prepare for an eventually lost offensive zone draw. Yep. See? It's almost like it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. And here's another penalty for Pittsburgh. This one might actually make sense. We'll see. Because that interference call initially was awful. And it's Crosby. I mean, bit of a delayed ball there from Carlson, and it was a battle in front of the net. I don't understand why that's considered interference, but be that as it may, Pittsburgh did get a shorthanded goal from the man taking this defensive zone draw in Blake Lizotte. And now Raquel is going to clear it. Villiers knocked off the puck. Shea's got it, and he'll clear. Pass again to Beauvillier. Now across. Regathered by Raquel. And cleared by Letang. Oh, you have to be kidding me. Lizotte it again, and he scores! Blake's like, I got myself a shorty. You gotta be kidding me. Blake Lizotte is able to get to that puck first and then just walk right in and roof it past Logan Thompson, and he's got 2 shorthanded goals on the night. Wotherspoon sends it in. Oh, Thompson had to be careful with that one. And now we've got Blake Lizotte with a pair and Brian Rust with a pair. At short-handed and at even strength, respectively. Puck knocked away. Here with Dubois to Ovechkin. Now Tommy Novak is in. Denied this time by Thompson. I mean, if that was Blake Lizotte, that was going in. And I don't know how many short-handed hat tricks for her in the NHL, so that would be an interesting stat. Penalty is over. Pittsburgh not only was perfect, but they scored their second shorthanded goal. Both off the stick of Blake Lizotte. Duhaime carries in for the Caps. And a point-blank save by Shelovs as the blind guy lost sight of the puck. Feed up now to Novak. Novak, he's in! Denied by Thompson. Jones with a hit. And Shelovs. Another penalty this time, but it's not in the offensive zone. And it's Caleb Jones this time. And I mean, okay, that one was more of an actual hit. And, okay, yeah, you could say that was a cross-check. Those two interference calls, though, I mean, those were pretty ticky-tacky. Maybe the Penguins want to be shorthanded, though. Especially with number 46 on the ice. But why does it matter when you got Rickard Rakell? Oh, he lost the puck. Either the Capitals score here or the Penguins will remain a man down for the rest of the game. Protas trying. And Lizotte gets it to Rakell. Capitals look to bring it out again. Beauvillier. Shot deflects. Trying to get a shot away in the last seconds, but he couldn't. Flung it off the wall, the rebound there for Lizotte, but he couldn't finish. Oh, how incredible would that have been? But it is all for naught. The Pittsburgh Penguins absolutely bury the Capitals in goals for a huge win against their Metro Division rival. And this time, Sidney Crosby wins out against Ovechkin. As Crosby, at least, was on the score sheet. I don't believe Ovechkin was. Maybe he got an assist with the lone Capitals goal. I'm honestly not sure. But either way, the Penguins with an enormous 8-1 win. And of course, 2-goal night for Blake Lizotte, fitting 46 shots on goal for the Penguins, 28 for Washington. Hits 38-25 in favor of the Penguins. Face-offs dominated by Washington, but what else is new? And Capitals 0-3 on the man advantage, but look at that too. 2 shorthanded goals by Blake Lizotte. Part of this 8-1 beatdown by the Penguins, kicked off by the rookie sensation Ben Kindle. Thank you all for tuning in to part 1 of this 2-part episode of the VIG Lounge. I have been the Visually Impaired Gamer 1987. Until next time, which will be quite shortly, I bid you adieu. Have yourselves a wonderful Wednesday, everybody.